Namaste everyone and a very warm welcome to all of you in my today's session. Today I have given you all a psychometric test which will help you in finding out that which particular dosha or doshas are imbalanced in your body. So I will quickly tell you that how you have to take this test. So it is a very simple test. It has total of 46 questions which are divided into two sections. The first section is behavioral questions and the second section is your physical characteristics, questions related to physical characteristics. So behavior means that how do you talk, how do you work, whether you work very fast or you work very slow. So these types of things related to your behavior. And then physical characteristics means questions related to the structure of your body, the quality of your hair, color of your eyes, these type of things. So this you can understand as soon as you open the PDF and you can just do. So I will tell you that how you have to do it is very simple. So when you open the PDF, the first question which will appear before you is performs activity, and the three options are, first option is A, option A, very rapidly, B, moderate speed, and C, slowly. So now I'm going to think for myself. You also have to think for yourself that what do you think. So let's say for me, I think that for me it is moderate speed. I tend to do my work in a moderate speed, not very fast and not very slow. So I will choose the option B. Okay, I will choose the option B. So like this, it is very simple. There are 46 questions. You open each question, you take your time, think about it, about what you want to choose, A, B or C, and then you write. Okay, so for let's say for question 1 you have written 1A. For the first question you have chosen A. For the second question you have chosen C. For the third question you have again chosen C. So like this you calculate the total number of, after answering the entire questions, all 46 questions, you write total number of A, total number of B and total number of C. That is it. So your answer sheet is just going to look like this, very small, total number of A, total B and total C. And then I'm going to reveal the result in tomorrow's session. Okay, so it could be that you have equal number of A and B, or you have equal number of B and C. So don't think so much about the result. Just think about the questions, think what answer you want to write, and then you just write your answer. That is it. Okay, very, very simple. Now, why are there two sections, behavioral characteristics and physical characteristics? Because these three doshas, they govern our behavior and they also govern our physical structure. So basically these three doshas govern everything. Okay, like how we talk, how we walk, how we think, how we behave in a particular situation. All of these things are guided and governed by these three doshas, and that is why it is very important to have an understanding of the same. Okay, so when these three doshas are present, okay, so these three doshas are present in different amount of quantities in different people, and that is known as our doshic makeup or our prakriti. Alright, so my prakriti can be different than yours can be different from your partner's. So we all have different prakritis, and our prakriti is something which we are born with. So like when we were in the womb of our mother, the kind of environment at that time our mother had, the kind of food she was taking in, at the kind of geographical locations which was there. So all of these things, the three doshas, I have already told you this, that these three doshas also, they are also present in the nature, right? Even in the seasons, during the time of the day, these three doshas are everywhere. Okay, so because of all of these factors, at that time which particular dosha was dominant, at that time what kind of food she was taking, so all of these things make up our prakriti, which is something which is very natural and we are born with that prakriti. Like for example, if there is a room and there are 10 people seated in that room, and the AC, the temperature of that room is let's say 21 degrees Celsius, but someone will feel very cold, they will freeze in this temperature, and on the other hand someone will feel very hot in this temperature. Why? Because their prakriti are different. Another example could be that there could be someone who understands things very fast. That this person has a good grasp over everything. They will tend to understand everything just in one go, but then they will forget things easily. And on the other hand, you have someone who will take a lot of time. In first go, they will not understand. They will have to be told again and again. But then once understood, that thing will remain with them forever, right? So all of these things are also because of our Prakriti, because of these three doshas. That is why it is important to have an understanding about the doshas, because to improve your relationships, because you should understand what is the Prakriti of the other person so that you can have a good relationship. If someone is of the Prakriti that he works, he likes to take things slow, he's a slow person. So if you expect him to act fast and do take very quick decisions, so that will not work. So that is why you have to understand Prakriti. You have to understand the knowledge of these three doshas so that you can have good relationships with others. You can also, many times, even careers are decided like this. If you have a certain type of Prakriti, this particular type of career is good for you. So all of these things I will be covering in this course, and tomorrow I will reveal the result of this of whatever the imbalances are, so you will have a better understanding. So see, this was the Prakriti. Prakriti is something which we are born with. It is very natural. But if this Prakriti becomes Vikriti, then it is a problem, which is the case for most of us. See, for example, we say that someone who has a Kapha dosh, that person likes to do things very slowly. He does things, but he does things slowly at his convenient pace. But now, so this was the Prakriti. But now, because of all the wrong choices this person has made, probably wrong choices means he's not following the Ayurvedic body organ clock, he's sleeping late, he is eating very heavy dinner at very late, he's having a heavy and late dinner. So he's doing wrong type of, he's exposing his sense organs to wrong type of stimuli. So because of various choices, what has happened is our Prakriti has become Vikriti. So someone who was of a Kaphic Prakriti means that he would do things right from the childhood, he would do things slowly at his pace. But now what has happened, he has stopped doing that. He has become very lazy, and that's why he is becoming fat also. So this is becoming Vikriti. So when Prakriti is not balanced, so these three doshas make up a Prakriti. Now if these three doshas are becoming disbalanced, then the Prakriti is becoming Vikriti, and that is why we are manifesting problems, digestion problems, joint pain problems, respiratory problems, too much depression, stress. All of these things are happening because our Prakriti has become the Vikriti. And today's test is going to tell you that what is your Vikriti. In your Vikriti, which doshas are imbalanced, right? So that is the relationship of the Prakriti and Vikriti, right? So Prakriti, it is said that there are 7 types of Prakriti, which I will tell you in details. But today, let me just quickly tell you the names of the 7 types of Prakritis. Like the first Prakriti is Vata Prakriti, second Prakriti is Pitta Prakriti, third Prakriti is Kapha Prakriti. Then you have the Dvandiya Prakriti, which means then you have Vata Pitta, you have Vata Kapha, then you have Pitta Kapha, and then you have Vata Pitta and Kapha. So it is very simple if you see like this. So the first Prakriti is like Vata Prakriti, then Pitta Prakriti, then Kapha Prakriti. Then you have Vata Pitta, you have Pitta Kapha, and then you have Vata Kapha. And you also have a 7th Prakriti, which is Vata Pitta and Kapha Prakriti, which is a combined Prakriti, right? So if Vata Pitta and Kapha are completely balanced, it is a good Prakriti. But if Vata, Pitta and Kapha, all 3 are disbalanced, that means it has become a Vikriti. So more on all these later, we'll take it gradually. Today you just have to do this test and make sure that you take a good amount of time, think properly, and then take this test. And if you want, you can also share this test with your family members, so you can identify their Vikriti, and you can identify which doshas are disbalanced in their body, in their mind, in their system. So that was all for today. Today's session ends over here. Thank you everyone.